straight from the horse's mouth. Our Neil Young News Report.
Smell the horse on this one.
With this week's update from ThrashersWheat.org, here's Thrasher.
All right, well, here, the unfamiliar voice of Tony here as we kick into the fresh wheat portion of the Thrashers Wheat Radio Hour. And we thought we'd do something a little different this week, as Neil is one to do something different from time to time, which we all know. So introducing, here we are, our first two-way conversation of fresh wheat. Thrasher, how you doing, pal?
Hey, good, Tony. Very well, thank you. How's it going up there in Vermont?
It's going great. The mud is drying out. We've got our first set of little tiny flowers growing in the backyard, and the dogs are rolling, and the cats want to get out, and the sun is shining, and it's all good. It's almost like Australia. It feels like Australia, almost.
Yeah, down under, it's, I guess it's heading towards fall or something. I think they're upside down from our seasons.
Yeah, and I'd much rather be going into the season we're going into than back into a winter right now, so we're very happy about that. Hey, so Australia and New Zealand all wrapped up. The folks have gotten what they've gotten. They've gotten their wish to one more time. And who would believe it, right? 2013 to see Neil and Crazy Horse in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, it was definitely a good leg of the Alchemy tour. Seemed like a big success. Taking a big show down under on the road. So certainly saw some surprises in the set list as it went along there with Surfer Joe and Mo the Sleaze from Reactor. Definitely some deep cuts and some other little surprises like Opera Star and Prisoners of Rock and Roll. So they started mixing it up there after they got a little more comfortable down under there.
Yeah, it got very free with that set, and that's really nice to see that, so far from home.
Definitely. So we'll have to see what comes up with the European leg starting in June, which is almost about 2 months away from here.
Exactly. And what's the, not to go into it too deeply right now, since we will in the future date, but what's where and when is that kickoff, Thrasher? Have you got that in front of you?
Yeah, it's going to be starting off in Berlin on June the 2nd. I don't have the venue handy, but seems like they're playing the same type of venues that they were playing in North America and Australia. These are not big arenas, but maybe more in the 10,000 seat size range. And then there are some festivals that they're going to be playing, which will have big. Yeah, big crowds for those.
Big crowds.
And Neil and Crazy Horse will be headlining those, so that's going to be pretty exciting.
It will be, much like the Central Park show, really. I mean, that was a bunch of folks in it, but to see folks outside loving that noise and spreading it through the air, boy, that sounds great, man.
Yeah, I've never been to one of those European festivals. They're apparently a very different type of deal than the way that you see those in North America. I mean, some of them are quite huge. There'll be multi-day affairs, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, camping. I guess the analogy might be something like what we see at Bonnaroo or Coachella or some of those kind of multi-day festivals.
It seems like that's the closest analogy to it here in the U.S. But that would be just fantastic. Imagine that. Summer in Europe, outdoors with Neil on the horse.
Yeah, and it's shaping up that it looks like there's really three legs or segments to the European tour. There's a June segment, a July segment, and a August segment. The June segment is more to the mainland of Europe, the Germany, Belgium, France, and the July legs are also France and Italy and Switzerland, and then in August it looks like they move up into the Scandinavia region. But it's an interesting tour map. There's actually someone's set up a map that shows all the cities and distances between there, and they're definitely doing a lot of sort of hopping around between the UK and Scandinavia and what you would call the mainland of Europe.
Right. Do you know where that map is? Are you going to throw it up on the blog?
Well, we do have that over on Thrashers Week, linked from the European tour dates. Certainly Sugar Mountain is the go-to resource for all of the updates, and we pull some of our updates from there. But someone put together a nice little Google map kind of thing with little push pins in the different cities, and you can see the distances between them, and it's got all sorts of features on it, like accommodations and information about the venue. So it's a really good resource. But yeah, that's linked off of the Europe tour page, which is linked off of the Thrashers news page in the center column, towards the top with the other the tour dates.
Well,
yeah.
I hope everybody please checks that out. I know I will be checking that out. I love to see that visually. That's a great treat to see how that's spread across all of Europe. Right? First they took Manhattan, now they take Berlin, and then they go on. Huh?
There you go. Yeah,
you knew that was
Berlin.
Had to come.
Yeah, that would be a great song if they pulled that out. It's only been played once. Who knows? Maybe they'll pull that out for their tour opener.
All righty. Well, great, brother. Well, we are again right on that precipice of more and more and more news. We have hopefully we have discussed in secret, private chambers. No one allowed from the world of politics or music has been involved in the discussion, but we may have some breaking news on Thrashers Week, the radio hour, perhaps next week.
Yes.
About the future events and what they might mean to all of us here.
Yeah, so folks, stay tuned. We do hope to put something up on the blog later on this week about kind of a special announcement. I think everybody will be quite excited about that. I know we are here excited about it at Thrashers Week, and also our partnership with WBKM. So we'll see something if we can make something happen here.
All right, and do I get to say until then, keep on rocking in the free world?
You may say that, and I will say that too. Keep on rocking in the free world.
All right, Thrasher.